What shocked us on our first trip to America? Always excited to get into these kind of videos and see what shocks people about America. Before we do get into this, appreciate if you guys can subscribe one. Let's see what we got.
So, what was the first thing that shocked us in the US?
Okay.
And that would
Number
have
one.
to be the price of gas. Now,
Cheaper,
on that,
right?
I'm going to say we were so excited to tell everybody we were going. The one bit of advice they said,
Okay.
do not fill up the car before you go. Just put a little bit in to get over the bridge.
Oh, wait, yeah, because these are from Canada, right? It says UK Canadian, so people from UK that moved to Canada?
Over the other side and then go to the first gas station and fill up for the trip.
That much cheaper.
We did. We took their advice.
Okay.
And when we pulled into the first gas station, we just couldn't believe, Norm, hey, how cheap the gas
Mad.
was.
Why is it so
And
cheap?
we'd come from the UK just months earlier, and we thought the price of gas in the UK was pretty okay.
Okay.
We lived there for so long.
Yeah, you know what? Like, me being in the UK and drive, I don't think gas is, like, that expensive. But from what I'm hearing about America, is that cheap over there? Yo, maybe it is expensive, bro.
Then we came to Canada, and it was cheaper.
Okay.
And then we went to the US.
And it's
It was
even
like-
cheaper.
Cheaper again.
It was
So-
amazing, wasn't it?
We get
That
ripped off
really
here.
shocked us with the price of gas is so cheap in the US.
Mad.
So number 2.
Hey, good tip, though, if it sits there in Canada. Just get enough petrol or gas across the border, go to a gas station, fill up.
Kind of follows on from number 1, but one of my favorite subjects, beer. So cheap. Couldn't believe it.
Yo, is everything just cheap?
Felt like cheaper than Coca-Cola in Canada.
And that's his favorite.
What?
Norm say beer.
Absolutely. And the other thing
So
that-
basically, when they went back to Canada, right, they filled up their car, and then they probably got extra tanks as well to take home, yeah? And then just a lorry full of beer.
really shocked us about the beer
Mad.
was, as Tina said, we just pulled into that gas station
Okay.
and they were selling beer in the gas station.
Is that in the UK?
Whereas coming from the UK, they would do everything in their power, same as Canada,
Wait,
to
what?
keep anybody in a car very far away from alcohol, buying beer or anything.
Wait, maybe it's different from where he's from, but in the UK, I've definitely seen alcohol at gas stations. Unless I'm tripping. Am I tripping? I swear I've seen maybe it's certain gas stations.
So
Because like some of our gas stations will be like mini shops, kind of more expensive shops, but they'll be like they don't have too much there. It's not like America, you know what I mean? But there's a few bits and bobs.
beer, incredibly cheap, and sold in gas stations.
Which was
Interesting.
amazing, wasn't it? So, moving on to number 3.
Hey, you want drink
This
driving, was you?
one of the trips that we had decided to do was because it was the Canadian March break. And the kids were
What's
very
that?
excited, so we looked at the map and we thought, ooh.
Oh, just a break in
well,
March.
There's a great looking place called Myrtle Beach, and we sort of researched it quite a lot, and
Okay.
we decided that's where we were going to go. So we actually rented, didn't we, a condo. It was right on the beach, and this
Beautiful.
Wait, what's a condo? Is that like a small house?
was all very exciting that we were off to Myrtle Beach for the first March break, wasn't it?
And what was the temperature in Myrtle Beach, team?
It was around 60 degrees.
A perfect English summer's day.
Wait,
So
Celsius?
it was all of us, we were in shorts walking up and down the beach thinking,
Or
wow,
Fahrenheit.
this is
we
awesome.
just left minus 30 in Ottawa, and here we are at 60 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wait, that's not 60 degrees Fahrenheit in hot, is it? Hold on. You guys actually said, let me know in the comments, but you guys said when I want to find something out, I should Google it on my phone whilst doing these videos. Hey, so that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing right now. Tell me if you like it or you don't. Hold on, I can't spell right now. Wait, 15 degrees Celsius? So it's like warmish. But they're used to minus 30, so they're used to like very, very cold. Okay.
In the middle of summer, wearing our shorts, and all the locals were wearing winter coats.
Well, yeah,
We found it very funny, didn't we?
It would be
'Cause
cold
here
for them.
We thought this was so awesome that we left the snow behind. It was warm, and the locals were.
Aw.
It was funny.
Yo, the locals are probably thinking, yo, they're definitely not from around here. What are they doing in shorts? It's cold.
And that actually,
15 degrees in the UK would be like warm weather-ish.
with it being March break, that ties us into another thing, Norm, was that the golf was so cheap.
Oh, it's
Cheap
incredible.
again.
Myrtle Beach is golfers' paradise.
going on?
And we were getting the local newspaper, and they would have the adverts in there. This is going back to the early 90s.
Yeah.
And so if you went at a certain time of day in the afternoon, man, it was cheap. And the golf courses were fantastic.
Yeah,
so
you said that, didn't you?
Never
give
been
you a
golfing.
Cart, and I think the two
I hope.
playing golf for $25 with a cart. It's unbelievable.
That sounds pretty
And that
good.
was the-
See, I've never been golfing, so I don't know, like, the prices for it. I don't know. Am I missing out? Do any of you guys golf?
First place that we ever saw an alligator on a golf course.
Mad.
Absolutely terrified us.
That would be so scary,
As
bro.
you can gather, we're not used to alligators or anything like that.
Same here.
Not at
Yo,
all.
the biggest rodent you got in the UK is probably a spider. I don't know, bro. Well, the biggest animal we got is a deer. Yeah, that would be the biggest, right? Deer? Horse? I don't know. Not an alligator, bro. The most dangerous is probably... what's the most dangerous? Fox? Potential? Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Cool. So
Wow.
that was great.
That was good.
So I think we're number 14. How professional and friendly the service staff were. And what we mean by that
I've heard
is
this.
restaurant
You guys are friendly.
servers and also shop assistants going into department stores.
That's cool.
Outlet stores. So friendly and welcoming, and actually wanting to assist you in a store instead of running away from you, as they might have done in the
UK. Yep. Bro, this is what I've been saying. You go to the UK, but they won't come up to you, especially like a clothes shop or something like that, like a store. They won't come up to you. They'll be running away from you. They don't want help.
And also the restaurant staff, they were just so professional. It's as if they were making a career out of it, which they probably were. But as soon as he sat down, they came up, they had the coffee, they
That's
had
cool.
water, cheerful, welcoming.
Yeah, we really liked that, didn't we?
We
enjoyed
need to bring
that.
that to
We
the
did.
UK.
They're just incredibly professional.
Make
and
everyone
it
tip
added
base.
to the enjoyment of our trip to the US. So
It was.
Excellent.
And if you remember, Norm, that was when we got introduced to our very first Walmart store.
it
Oh,
'cause
where the
in
crazes
early
are.
days, Walmart hadn't come to Canada. And
So we remember going in the store and we got greeted by a greeter, and we were like, wow, this
a
is
greeter?
really cool.
we'd never seen this, never experienced it. We walked into a Walmart
It's a
store,
greeter.
It was a great
totally
concept.
not knowing what to expect. And this woman was
yeah.
saying, "Welcome to Walmart. Have a great day." And we're thinking, who the heck?
It was a great experience, a fun experience.
Yo, I'm just trying to imagine that in the UK, like someone greeting you into the shop. I've been thinking, huh? What do you want? You want money? What do you want? Who do I have to donate to now, bro?
Experience, wasn't it?
It was fantastic.
Oh, we're on number 5, Norm.
Yeah.
Ooh. Now, this does tie us into something that we also did fairly recently. Well, say fairly recently, it was 2019. wasn't it?
Okay.
Yep.
And we actually came across information, and we decided to do a bus trip down to the US.
Okay.
So we picked up in our hometown.
Yes.
And was driven on this luxury bus coach all the way to Daytona Beach, and we have a video about that, so we will link it around about now.
That'd be cool.
And it took us 2 days, didn't it, to get down there? Now,
2 days?
It was quite the experience.
yeah. And
2 days?
so-
Wait, where did you sleep? On the bus? 2 days?
one of the things that we did see when we looked out of our hotel room, wasn't it? I said to Norm, wow, you know what? I think some guy is buying his wife a new house over there. And he said, well, why? And I went, well, the house is all wrapped up. It's wrapped up like a gift.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you go to the car show and
Wait, I know what this is, I think, because I've seen it on, like, The Simpsons and stuff. But isn't that fumigating the house? Like, it's got, like, I don't know, some stuff in. You gotta get out. I don't think it's a Christmas present.
and they put a ribbon on top of the car.
We don't
if
have
you
that
buy
in the
it
UK,
as a
I don't think.
surprise. Well, we jokingly were saying that this guy must have bought his wife a house and had it
Because
wrapped
it's all
up.
wrapped up. And then the more we looked into it, we realized it was
fumigation.
Yeah. See that on
Other than
Simpsons?
we sort of went into slight shock horror, didn't we, with that?
Yeah.
Because we have never, ever heard of this, especially being in the UK and
Yeah.
in Canada. So this was really new to us.
What do they need to fumigate for? Like, what's it like? Why don't we do that in the UK? Like, why is that a thing in America, bro?
Wasn't it?
Fumigating the house, presumably about termites, but
Yeah, because we don't get those in Canada.
but it's such a dramatic thing
Why?
to see. We were on a top floor of our hotel looking
So
down
it was
on this
very
house.
exciting, wasn't it? Getting all wrapped up, then fumigate.
So gift wrapped houses in the US. Who would have thought?
Yo, it's Breaking Bad where they go into like a fumigated house, like they make it look like fumigated, right? And then it's wrapped up, and then they do all their drug stuff inside of the house, bro.
Ooh, number 6.
Outlet malls. That was one of the things.
Huh?
Going back to the early 90s when we first arrived in Canada,
What's that?
people were saying you should go cross-border shopping. You won't believe the prices. The deals are incredible.
Okay.
Because our prices were higher in Canada, the exchange rate was very favorable for us to go to the US.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
So the outlet malls, what shocked us was how cheap the stuff were. They really were.
Yo, cheap. Bro, why when I watch some videos, they say like when I say I'm going to go to America, they say save up a lot because it's very expensive compared to the UK. Why? Because all I'm hearing here, they're from the UK, they go to Canada, and then they go to America, yeah? And they're just saying cheap, bro.
Were clearing brand name goods incredibly cheap. We'd never seen anything
Wow.
like that. And our 2 kids were having a field day of getting
I bet they were.
sports brands and sweaters, all the good stuff.
It was
for cheap.
very exciting, wasn't it? We had a great time.
So the outlet malls in the US certainly live up to their name of having clearance and great deals. So that really shocked us at how great the prices were.
Well, another thing was the fast food.
Oh, now we're talking.
The fast food was so cheap, wasn't it?
Cheap
It
again!
really was. And
Yo, don't even let me go to America, bro. Cheap fast food, I'll end up dead. Bro, I have a fast food problem as it is. I'm trying to get off fast food. Bro, I'm talking to it like it's drugs, bro. It is, right? I've been having fast food like every single day, bro. And now you're telling me it's cheaper in America? Bro, don't even let me there. Don't even let me there. It's not good for my health.
they always seemed to have a deal, didn't they, Tina?
Yeah, it was like almost 2 burgers for the price of 1 or something, wasn't it? Or 2 for $5 or just unbelievable.
$5.
And the other thing was the variety of fast food that we
I don't think you could get a burger. That's like £3 in the UK. I don't think you could get any burger unless it's like a savor meal burger. Like, you know, like a McDonald's just cheeseburger by itself. But I don't think you could get any like actual burger for £3, bro. Anywhere in the UK, takeaway. I don't think you can.
had never seen before. All different types of cuisine, Mexican, regular burgers, chickens.
Oh,
But not just KFC.
making me hungry.
but all sorts of different.
Oh, different chickeny type ones. Names we'd never heard of.
I bet there's
That's right.
loads.
And so
Great
reasonable. It was
Oh, it'd
so,
be heaven.
so inexpensive.
It'd be
to
heaven.
Have fast food, especially when you're driving and you're not wanting to stop. So that was number 7. Number 8 would be once again, we knew Canada was big, but
Right.
we were early in our
Canada is big. Very big.
exploring of Canada. So for the March break, on one year, we drove to Orlando, Florida. Took us
Ooh,
2.5
that'd be nice.
days to get there.
It was, that was a long drive, wasn't it?
We weren't trying to race there because we had two.
I'm telling you right now, ain't no way I'm driving 2.5 days, bro. Ain't no way I'm flying. Ain't no way. 2.5 days? 2.5 days in the UK, you can lap it 20 times. Probably not 20 times. But you'll be able to lap it quite a few times.
Children.
They're
with
back,
us,
they're
so
back,
we
they're
were
back.
trying to be reasonable, and so we had 2 hotel stays on the way down. But it's a long way. But it doesn't look a long way on the map.
Mad.
No, you think we'd
Oh,
kind of
bless
be
me.
getting a little more used to that, hey?
You would indeed.
That's crazy.
That
2.5
was quite
days?
Another thing that we noticed was that everybody was so patriotic. There was
Right.
so many US flags.
That is
everywhere we
very
looked,
cool
the
to see.
houses and the businesses.
The amount of people who have a US
You don't. This is something you don't see in the UK, bro. You don't see UK flags anywhere unless we're in the World Cup of the football, the soccer, whatever you want to call it. If we're in the World Cup, then you will see flags and stuff like that. But other than that, nah.
flag hanging outside the house. It was just incredible to see. Coming from the UK, nobody put flags out in those
Yeah,
days.
never
back in
see
the
them.
Late 80s, early 90s. I think there was some law about having a flag on your property in
What?
the UK that prevented
Yeah,
that.
I think there was some
Really?
whole thing, wasn't
But it
there?
was just
I never knew that.
touching to see how patriotic the US people are and how they revere their flag, and the amount of places, houses, businesses, all happy to display a flag. And,
That is cool.
We thought it was great, didn't we?
That is
we
very
did.
cool.
It was incredibly well.
Very exciting.
Very, very, very good video from these. Make sure you do check them out. Both of these were amazing. Their link will be in the description. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more content. I'm live every single day on twitch.tv/L3WG. If you guys want to check me out over there, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.